Welcome back to the battlefield. Now, it has been way too long since I have played this campaign and uploaded any videos from it, but today I was in the mood and figured I would pick it up, so let me do some looking around to figure out where we're at. Down here is a really dangerous situation, so I've got a pretty decent army backed up by basically some garbage. And we've got 5 full stack enemy armies in just about in range of attacking us here. I assume these guys are in range to attack because that's a very, very short distance to travel. As you can see, my guy's movement range to go through this area, it only takes about 25%, so I'm guaranteed that I could be attacked by all 3 of these armies over the end turn. It is possible that this army could maybe reinforce. Either way, I don't think I stand a chance going up against that many enemies, especially where this army is as damaged as it is. I could recruit some mercenaries, but the problem here is I need infantry mercenaries, not archers or cavalry. I've got plenty of cavalry, I've got plenty of missile units, I need a more solid infantry line. So, unfortunately, I think the most intelligent choice here is to pull out and wait for reinforcements. I have reinforcements on the way. I've got these 2 armies coming down, I've got this army on the way. You know what, I may as well send these guys down while I'm at it. Now I was just going to pick up a couple of bolt throwers. Wait a minute. Okay, I still do not have access to them. That's too bad. Yeah, I still don't have access to my good units yet because of the reform. I still need to wait for a little while. I'm not sure how far away that reform is, but I'm not going to sit around and hedge my bets on it. I can always re-recruit once it happens, but I'm not going to just sit around and keep armies out of the fight because I'm waiting for it. Alright, now down here, these guys I had scheduled to go and attack Parsa directly. Instead, they will hold a defensive pattern. They don't have the movement range to get down here to reinforce this fight, so I'm not going to bother sending them that way. Now over here, if we look at it, the enemy units have... well, they have a lot of missile units. These light spears aren't a problem at all. But they have a lot of missile units. The thing is, their missile units all have relatively short range. Whereas my army, all of my missile units have a range over 200. So I could easily... it would be like shooting fish in a barrel if they were to stay in their fortifications. The thing I'm concerned about is if I attack them, this army would reinforce, and that might chase them out of their fortifications and potentially make things more difficult for me. But either way, we need to deal with them quickly. So let's see what happens. Oh, this is just about the perfect scenario. What I expect will happen here is my ally will just throw their spears into the fight, and they've actually got some decent units here, and that will just give me time to sit back and use all of my ammunition. Hopefully the AI just stays in their fortifications. I don't always get that lucky, but hopefully that's what happens. One of the biggest advantages you can gain from having a ranged unit is the actual range they can engage targets at. Missile damage is all well and good, but it is extremely helpful to be able to hit enemies while they can't hit you. That's why artillery is such a big deal in these kinds of games. Oh, I didn't realize they had phalanx units. Glad my allies are going in first. What a great teammate I am. But at least this way I get some use out of my allies. Normally what would happen is my allies would just sit and defend their city and be kind of useless, and that would suck. So it'll be nice to actually get them to do some of the fighting, assuming the AI stays in their fort. I'm going to deploy back towards my reinforcements just in case the AI decides to charge out. But the plan here is to hopefully just let them sit in their fort and let my allies go in and do some fighting up close, and I will just shoot them to death. So let's see what the AI chooses to do. Oh, I actually can't see what the AI is choosing to do. Alright, well, let's roll up to the edge of this hill. This way, if the AI is charging at me, at least my reinforcements are close enough that they will be able to help. Because, as always, if all else fails, I can just walk up there. Alright, so the AI is leaving their fortifications, so let's just go ahead and sit still. I want my allies to take the brunt of the enemy force, and I would like to just kind of sit back. Unfortunately, it looks like my allies are going to just send their heavy shock cav straight into fight. It's unfortunate because it means some very, very valuable units are just charging into their deaths. Unfortunately, I don't think it's a good idea for me to follow them to try and save them. Because as soon as these last couple of units get in position, I would expect the AI to start moving forward.
The enemy is attacking our ally!
Ooh, my ally did not... Okay, they got a little bit of a charge here. But they did not trade well on that. Why is my ally so spread out? This is kind of weird. Is it a pathfinding issue that happened here? Okay, just retreat. Fall back to friendly lines. That's all you need to do. No, don't go chasing after these guys. That would be stupid. Fall back to friendly territory. That might be a decent trade if these units weren't being shot so heavily and about to be caught by enemy spears. Yeah, whatever. We'll just stick to the plan, let our friends take the majority of the damage, and then we'll clean up whatever's left. Let's see how many kills these guys ended up with. 26 kills on a very heavy shock cav. That is pretty distressing. Let's see what these guys managed to do. 16 kills. Also depressing. These guys have got 0. Oh no, what are you doing? Go ahead and let my guys fire at will. I may actually need to send some shock cav up to protect some of these archers because they could do some good damage for me. just go delete that unit real quick. Everyone else, start targeting there. Yeah, those guys are gone. Again, just let my infantry do their thing. Or my missile units do their thing. Got plenty of ammo. But once we get their missile units in range, we need to start targeting them. That's what I'm expecting to take the most damage from, is their missile units. Going to go ahead and send these guys up just to pin that unit in place. I don't want to get too far out this direction because they've got a lot of missile cavalry that I would just rather not deal with. So let's just try and break that quickly. Archers, change targets. I'd like all of my missile units to be hitting the same enemies. General, come over here and do a war cry, try and get these guys off the field so we can get the cavalry back. Too far away. Man, how close do you have to be? What the heck? There we go. Go ahead and let the cavalry do its thing here. My friends are doing a lot of the fighting, which is a good thing. I'm not sure which unit I'm targeting here. I think it's these guys. Either way, let's hit them. Let the cavalry pull back. Once we get some of these lighter units in range of our missile units, we'll start shooting them. But in the meantime, there's no sense in taking fire from them.
We are at your command! Galatians!
My spears should do just fine, holding for now. Yep, just go ahead and keep letting this play out. We're not really taking many casualties anywhere. Go ahead and let them shoot into this unit. It's not an important unit anyway. And now we can shift our focus. I should run these units down just to make sure we don't have to fight them again, but I'm not that concerned about it. Alright, where are the phalanx units?
What are your orders?
Because I do want to make sure my guys are not fighting against phalanx troops.
We await your orders. Shock cavalry ready.
If we can get close enough, but I was just going to say if we can get close enough before they move, we can charge into them. But we didn't get close enough. Alright, you guys start hitting their very light phalanx troops. Go ahead and set the horse archers to fire at will, and then have them chase these guys off the field. General is under attack. That's not supposed to be happening yet. Okay, you know what? That's fine. Let's go ahead and get a nice charge in there.
Swords!
Should have these enemies broken fairly soon. You guys quit firing at will and just chase down those missiles. We're going to use the rest of our ammo. Going to try and use the rest of our ammo to get rid of that unit. Alright. Simple, straightforward, minimal casualties, hopefully. Go ahead and just have you guys stop firing.
Cancels orders and makes selected units.
Why are these hints active all of a sudden? Go away.
This is a quicker order.
Continue and chase down as much as we can. These guys are going to get away. There's no way I can chase them down. We'll give it a go, but it's not going to happen. General, go after that unit. You guys try and just get free of the mob. Yeah, no chance we're catching those guys. No, we're not going to get over there in time either. So let's just go ahead and pull back away from the arrow towers. Let the AI do some of the chasing. Alright, well, nice, simple, straightforward battle. It was absolute chaos in here. Absolute chaos. I could not tell what was going on in this area at all. But my guys didn't take much damage, and that's what I care about. It's always a bit funny to me when this kind of thing happens. My ally went in and took all the damage, but I somehow still got most of the kills. It's unfortunate that they lost this unit. But I guess if they didn't know how to use it correctly, maybe they didn't deserve to have it in the first place. Or some stupid crap like that. Hey, that's nice. It took out the whole unit, or the whole army, instead of us having to chase them down. I wasn't expecting that. Let this army go back, just to make sure these guys are relatively close together. They're not in range of any enemy armies, so I'll just go ahead and have them patrol. I'll actually just have them both patrol, because I am a bit short on money. Now, down here, is it worth trying to hold out? Here's the problem. It seems like if I spend the money to upgrade these buildings, the AI will attack me. If I don't, the AI will leave it alone long enough for there to be slums and hurt my economy. And then they will attack me after. So it's like, if I fall back, I'm guaranteed to lose money here. But at the end of the day, would I rather lose money or armies? And I would definitely rather lose a little bit of money. So let's just pull back. It's going to hurt the public order here, but I think the extra replenishment is important. And then just run these guys as far back as they can go.
Destination reached. We fight for you, my lord.
Now the game says we will not get any replenishment. It is possible that we actually won't. That would be a little sad. But I think we will. I could start to merge up some of these units and recruit replacements. But realistically, I don't think I need to at the moment. I don't know. We'll play that by ear, see what the replenishment looks like over the end of the turn. If I don't really get any replenishment, then maybe I will have to do some merging. Spy. Just start stealing food.
Scouting ahead, my lord. It is an honor. How can I serve you?
These guys get to just hang out. These guys are also just chilling. I shouldn't be spending too much on buildings right now, because I don't have a ton in the treasury and I don't have much coming in each turn. I really need some more cultural conversion in this province, that's for sure. Nicomedia looks fine. We'll be completing a lot of construction here over the next 4 turns. That should be bringing in a decent chunk of change. I'm waiting on this building over here, if I remember correctly. How much would it cost? 1,300 to build stuff over here. I don't think it's worth it. I'm just going to let them take this city back. That's okay. I did not realize they would have so many armies still hanging around down here. So I thought I could be offensive, but I think it's best to pull back now. Loyalty looks fine, so let me do a quick glance at diplomacy, see if anything needs to happen. I'm not sure if I want to be friends with these guys because they're always just super aggressive and annoying, so maybe I will not ask for trade there. Parthia obviously doesn't like me. That's actually a bit of a problem. Anyway, I think that's good enough for this turn. Let's go to the next one. At this point, I'm actually kind of okay with these 2 armies going after Susa. I'm a little bit annoyed that they didn't take this city, because it means perhaps I could have held my ground. Oh, there we go. Oh, I almost just ruined the whole campaign. I forgot that this campaign I'm fighting every battle. So we'll go ahead and just charge out at the enemy, try and make this happen quick, because there's no way on earth I could possibly win this. No chance. I think one of their archer units by itself could beat me in this battle. Definitely the cavalry by itself could. Right, doesn't really matter what we're doing here. I'm just going to charge out and
on or off. Keeping it toggled off will help
see
reserve ammunition,
how fast
but then your
this
units
battle
or
can be
ships
over.
Will only fire.
It would have been nice to win every battle in this campaign, because there's an achievement for playing every battle manually and winning all
Our
of them
men
in a
flee the
campaign.
field of battle. This is a shameful display.
But there was just no way it was going to happen. I think if I had left my 2 armies here, the AI would have sent the full force of those 3 stacks down here to fight me, and then I would have still lost. So I still would have lost my chance at the achievement, but whatever. And even if I didn't lose, my armies would be so beat up that it would just basically put my campaign on halt while I send them back to replenish and re-recruit. So unfortunately, it's not good for the achievement, and it's not good for the like role-playing aspect of taking a place and then just abandoning the people to their deaths. But I definitely think it's 100% necessary for the success of the campaign. Those sons of bitches. They didn't even take the city, they just sacked it? Are you kidding? Rude. Alright, as expected, we got tons of replenishment, so there was nothing to worry about there. These guys still need a little bit more, so I'll go ahead and... What's the play here? Do we try and get in range of this settlement to defend it? Would it even be worth defending? We can't get 2 armies down there from this direction. I could send these guys over. Maybe that's not a bad idea, but I kind of want these armies to attack this settlement because it'll leave them exposed, and then I can come in and eliminate them. I don't have access to any more armies. I do have access to more armies. I'm kind of tempted to recruit another army and start sending it over this direction, because I think war with Parthia is very, very, very close on the horizon.
We fight for you, my lord.
We will lose some movement range next turn, so I'm actually going to come over this direction. How much does it cost to ambush? And why can't I go into the ambush stance right there? Is it just because I have a 0% chance to ambush? Well, let's go up here. I don't want them to be afraid of attacking, so I'm going to go into the ambush stance. Even if they discover me, they hopefully will only do it by running over here with their armies. I'm hoping their agents don't discover me. These guys should have enough movement range. I'm not going to risk it though. I'm going to send these guys up this direction too. Just so that if, and hopefully when, these 2 armies attack Susa, I will guaranteed have 2 armies to go in and take them out. How much movement range do we have here? These guys should be fine. But I need this army down here so that we can take the city of Parsa. So I'm actually going to swap these 2 out. These guys can come over here. Try and keep as much extra movement range as possible. And this army can kind of stay back this direction on defense. We'll let them fortify. Alright, now let's keep upgrading these. Oh, that's actually kind of annoying. The Greek purple buildings, like, it's like this, where it's just a generic looking building, and then all of the other options are different, but this one is, the icon is the same as one of the building options. That was throwing me off for a minute, but I think that's the building option I want anyway, because long term I'm pretty sure that's what gives the most public order. And I'm all about that public order. Right, now which one of these gives me food? I could swear one of them gives me food. Those 2 are the opposite of getting food. I should start building some of these. Those are good buildings. These are also quite good. Okay, the Eastern Market. It should have been pretty simple and straightforward. Eastern Market, and you know what? Why not? Let's build a library here. If I were to tax this province, that would cause public order issues, so I'm going to hold off for now.
At your command.
My lord.
I don't actually dare fortify or patrol with these guys, because if they were to come over here and sack the settlement, they might still have the movement range to go and attack me, and I don't want to get 2v1'd with this army, because it is not really designed for field battles.
Ready for battle.
Ready for battle.
Look to the defenses.
I actually need to plug in my headset too, because it's about to die.
At your command.
I feel like something's wrong with my mouse. Like my sensitivity somehow got changed. All of my settings are the same, but it just doesn't feel like it's moving correctly. Alright, I don't really think there's anything else that needs to be done this turn. But I'm probably going to have to end the episode here. That was a stupid choice because I don't have any military presence up here. That is good though. The only reason I'm kind of delaying is because I'm considering recruiting another army. Because if Parthia comes in here full force, I'm going to need more than one army to hold them back.
We fight for you, my lord.
We fight for you.
Ready
And
for
I'm definitely going to need at least 3 armies down here. I'm hoping that I can get rid of these 2 next turn, and then maybe a couple of turns after that I can get rid of these 2. And that will give me an opportunity to make a push against these guys. Well, let's see. How far am I away from the next Imperium level? And do I get more armies at this level? It doesn't actually show me, but I'm pretty sure you get access to more armies every time you increase your Imperium. You know what? I'm going to go for it. Let's see. Armasada, what's your population look like? It is all decreasing. Why? Just because the base growth is bad? That seems stupid. What's happening up here? We are getting some growth up here. We've actually got a lot of population at Coron, so maybe I will recruit there instead. Yeah, let's go with that. Start the army here. Now, who gets to lead the army? That is a difficult question because I do not have very many of age men remaining. And I would like to start swapping these guys out of their general positions, because I like to have just my political family be in charge of the armies. But oh well. Okay, these 2 are both generals. You are 23. And my only option at the moment. So alright. It looks like you get the Mantle of General. That actually seems like a pretty good thing to have, so let's go with that. Is there anything... Yeah, the weapon damage for the commander's unit isn't a huge deal, but that'll be fine. Melee attack skill against Eastern factions. That sounds useful. Obviously want the super heavy cavalry because, like, we're Armenia. It's a requirement, is it not? Now, since we're planning on going up against Parthia, I'm actually tempted to just go way overboard in the cavalry department. And I mean, like, way overboard. But we'll start off with that. This is probably going to bite me in the butt, and I'm going to wish I had more infantry. Maybe instead of bringing a bunch of missiles, I'll just get a shit ton of cavalry and then a bunch of infantry. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, that is going to be it for this turn. I'll go ahead and end this turn. And then that is going to massacre my economy as well. Yeah, I'll go ahead and end this turn, and we'll see what happens over the end turn, and then I'll end the episode. Because I do have other things I need to get to today. So we've had a rebellion down here. I'm a little bit surprised the rebellion didn't just instantly attack and take over the city. I'm kind of glad they didn't, because it means hopefully these two armies will take the city instead. Defensive alliance with you guys. They are not at war with Rome, but that would potentially cause problems with the RDA, and I don't know if I want problems with the RDA. And especially because they are asking for money. Nah, sorry Sparta, you're not that big of a deal. Go ahead and just get this one over with real quick. Hopefully they actually take the city this time instead of being rude and sacking it and then leaving. This is also good because it lets me see what they have in the army, and it lets me know this is another elite army, so this faction has a lot of money to dump into its armies, and that's going to make them more difficult to fight. Because as Armenia, I get access to elite cavalry, but I do not get access to elite infantry until very, very late in the campaign, it seems. Did I not just suppress you? Go away. Chariots, how fast will they massacre my dudes? Can I even kill... Oh wow, we actually are killing some of them. That's more than I was expecting. Oh my goodness, we were actually making them waver for a moment. That was crazy, we got 12 kills. With this crappy little garrison, I actually got some kills. That's... I don't know why that's funny to me, but it is. Alright, what else have you got for me? Good, they did take Susa, and they made the enormous mistake of leaving one army there. Unfortunately, it means I might not be able to destroy both of these armies, and we still have the 20 stack from Parthia to think about. My god, these guys have so many armies. And they're able to focus every single one of them on me as well. Alright, well, I will end the episode here. As always, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoy, and look forward to some pretty serious battles in the next few episodes, because we still have a lot of armies to deal with, and a random full stack navy, I guess. Alright, anyway, we'll see you guys later.